How well does a book have to perform to generate $10,000 in revenue per year? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you a couple of books that are generating over $10,000 per year, but also I'll show you one of my books that I've published and the performance of that book, but I'll also be transparent about the Amazon advertising I'm running and the cost. So therefore, we can generate the overall, profitability of that book and not just looking at the total sales or the revenue of that book. Now, if you haven't been to my channel before, welcome. My name is Romney. I'm the founder of Global Self-Publishing. You can go to my website at globalselfpublishing.com, and you can also check out my best-selling courses on udemy.com, where I cover a lot of different in-depth details about publishing children's books. Finally, if you'd also like to download the free resource, 7 Steps to Publish a Children's Book, make sure you go to the description and download that resource. So let's get into it right now. What I want to do is to jump onto Amazon and I'll show you one of my books. I do publish quite a few books under different pen names, but this book is a book that I've shown a few times, but it'll be good to give you an idea of the revenue that that book is generating, but also to have a look at other books that are in children's books that are generating good revenue that you could easily make that could help you to start generating greater revenue for your publishing. Let's get into it right now. So here's my book, Archie the Bear Becomes a Big Brother. This was released back in August 2022, so just over 12 months old now. So what we need to do first is to scroll down. I'll show you this data in a moment, but firstly, let's check out the BSR of the book and how it's currently performing. It is currently ranked at 44,000 or 44,500. And if we look on the data right here, if you want this data to show up, you just need to get the Helium 10 Chrome extension. It's free. If we go to extensions, here's the Helium 10 Chrome extensions. Just need to turn it on, and then that will bring up the data right here. So this will show the performance over, let's go for 1 year, and you can see the data or the ranking as it's tracked. So it started back here. This is back in September 2022. It had a ranking of 32,000, and then all the way down here now 47,000. So it's been fairly consistent. One other thing I'd like to point out to you though is the pricing. So I started off the book at $9.99. I increased it to $10.99. Then I increased it again to $11.99. You can actually see that the price of the book hasn't impacted the BSR ranking of the book or the sales of the book. So even though the book has gone up by $2, the overall sales ranking hasn't really changed. So that's one key tip that you need to consider with your books, whether you've got an audience that's price sensitive, or whether the quality of your book, as it improves and it gets more reviews, you can then increase the price of the book with very little impact. In fact, that will increase your revenue if you can do that. So with the Helium 10 extension, it's a free extension if you want to use it, we can go here and we can click here and we can download the CSV file. So if we click here, we can go on here and we can see the sales rank. And you can see how it's tracking all the way along. You can see the list price, and I go down here further. I did have it at $12.99 for a period of time, just to see how that changed things. And if we look at the ranking during that time, it still hovered around 30,000. We can see, let's go to the data here, and we're going to go to the lowest that it has been. So the smallest, it's been at 11,900 at its lowest point, and the highest it's been, if we keep going down here, the highest it's been is 173,000. If we did an average over this whole time, the average is probably around about 45,000, I'd suggest. So the average is 44,500. what we want to now do is go onto Amazon Book Sales Calculator. So this is by Kindlepreneur. It's a free calculator. What we can do here is plug in 45,000. This is just a average over that period of time. There might be times where the book is priced higher and I had a lower ranking, but just for this purpose, we're going to go to paperback. We're going to go to the US market. We're going to go to 30 pages. We're going to go to premium color, and the list price is $11.99, I believe. Let's go back here again. Yep, $11.99, and we can see its earnings per month is $439 just on average. So that's based on what Amazon is showing me, or this calculator is showing me for this right now. If this book dipped down to the lowest ranking, which was 11,900, if that was 11,900, then it would be producing roughly $1,230 per month. If it ranked that low, that would be great and be consistent, but it does fluctuate a fair bit. So if we were to say, if we just go 45,000, let's just say $440 so far. If we want to earn $10,000, we need to have $833 per month. Where else am I generating the other $400 or $440 that will help me with my or getting my book to earn $10,000? Well, I've also got this book listed across the UK and Australia and the other marketplaces of Amazon. So collectively with those results, with the UK, it has fluctuated down to as low as 7,000 BSR, as high as around about 150,000 BSR. And so that brings in about another 100 pounds per month. But also I've got the book on Ingram Spark. So I did a report for Ingram Spark, which is here, and I've highlighted this. So this is for the month. Archie the Bear Becomes a Big Brother. This is the hardcover version. It had 138 sales, producing $414 in revenue. And then the paperback version, 19 sales for Ingram Spark, $51.80, so a total of $465. So if we went to our calculator and added $439 in there, let's go there, wrong one, $439. Then the total, once I get this happening, the total is $904. So $904 over 12 months will be over $10,000. So that's for my book, my Archie the Bear book. If I continue to generate that money, that's great. In regards to advertising, I spend just over $100 per month on my campaigns. So therefore, if we take the $100 away, so average $1,200 per year. If we do the calculations, so we're going to do 904 on average, $904 multiplied by 12 equals, we'll try that again, 904 multiplied by 12 months equals 10,848. Take $1,200 for ads is $9,648. That's roughly what the earnings will be. Sales on Ingram Spark might decrease. They might increase. Sales on Amazon KDP might decrease as well, or they might go up. If you can see the trend of the book so far, the trend is pretty stable at the moment, but I do see sales in the UK and Australia increasing at this point in time, so I expect that revenue to increase. But let's have a look at other books. So that book is producing just under $10,000 per year based on the current earnings on Amazon and Ingram Spark. But if you're just publishing a book on Amazon KDP, what ranking would you need? Well, what I've done is I've gone to a search. I've just gone to children's books. Let's go back to the search results. I've done children's books, motorcycles, and I just saw this book here. So this is ranked at 20,994. It if we put that into our calculator, so at 749, 21,000, let's go to our calculator, 21,000, and paperback, amazon.com.au, I think it was 78 pages. We're doing a black and white and 749. Then the calculations are suggesting $670 per month. So if that book was to continue to rank there, let's have a look, times 12, it's $8,040 for the year. But let's have a look at this book and find out if it would be something that you could create. It's a #1 new release. It's only got 4 ratings, and it was released, when was it released? August 10th, 2023, #3 in children's motorcycle books. And if we scroll down here, we can see the different verified purchases. And if we go up and look at the inside, we can scroll through and have a look and see if this is something you could create. I think it could be sports car, excavator, sports bike, bullet train. You can see the different illustrations that are included for these. So there's no reason why you could not create a book like this one right here. It shows you that if you can create a book, this might be advertised as well using Amazon advertising. It's a simple coloring book. The covers are good and it doesn't have many ratings. They have covered a lot within the keywords here, but what we're looking for are books that will generate some good revenue. So if we go back, if we try and go to another book that might be easy, so let's have a look at this one right here. The ranking is 67,000, might be a bit high for what I'm looking for. Maybe this one right here. This one's got a ranking of 3,120 at $5.99. Let's have a look. 3,120 at $5.99. Let's have a look how many pages it's got. It is currently 60 pages. So we put that in the calculator. And that's generating 1,279 per month, or over 12 months on average, it is generating $15,348 from that simple coloring book. If we'll go to look inside feature, let's have a look and see if there's something you could create. That looks very, very simple. You can see what the pictures are in here. Again, you just need to create the right book for the right audience. And these are children's books that I would highly recommend that you look into creating. They are evergreen. If you create the right book, it will continue to sell for weeks, months, and years to come. So that's a bit of a look into how my book is performing revenue-wise. I couldn't tell you how much advertising some of these books are doing. Even if they're spending $200 a month on Amazon advertising, they're still generating a significant amount of revenue. And this revenue will continue to come through as long as they keep on marketing the book and don't take the foot off the pedal regarding the momentum of these books. One thing I must recommend that you do is consider not just Amazon as a marketplace, but also consider the opportunity for you to think about using Ingram Spark as another platform for your books as well. So there you have it. I'm going to just finish off with a couple of things, but remember to download my resource as well, and that will help you to consider the things you need to when you're creating your own children's book. There's a great insight into what ranking you need to get to generate $10,000 worth of sales. Remember, there's also advertising costs that you need to factor into your overall profit or profitability of your book. But I just hope that this will provide you with a great insight. Creating children's picture storybooks is a great way to develop passive income over time. But you do need to create a great book and know your audience. What I've done, which I mentioned at the very beginning of the video, is create 7 steps to publishing a children's book. It's a free download. Just check out the description below and you can download that free resource. And also remember, I've got a best-selling course on Udemy about the process that I've taken to create successful children's books over the past couple of years. So thank you so much for watching. And remember, if you've liked this video, to give me the thumbs up and subscribe. And I look forward to providing more content to you in the near future. So until then, goodbye.